Okay, welcome back. Part 3 and the final part of Parcel Not Delivered. What are your rights? Now then, if you've ordered a parcel or an order that's going to be delivered by a parcel, it's not going to fit through the letterbox. You are, and it doesn't arrive. Don't panic. Oh my God, I've lost my item. I've lost my money. You haven't. You've got the Consumer Rights Act 2015. Which there are certain laws which are on your side. Now then, when you order off a retailer, or a seller I'll call them, you've entered into a contract with that seller and yourself. Now then, if a parcel doesn't arrive, say they've used a courier, and the courier doesn't deliver the item or it arrives damaged, it's the retailer or the seller is responsible for sorting it out, not the courier. So that's the first part. So if you've sent off something, ordered something, and it doesn't arrive, first things first, don't panic. Like I say, you've got certain laws which are on your side. First things first, I'm just going through, this is what happened to me as well. This is a recent, but this is the concluding video. But hope it may help you. You may be, obviously you're watching this because you may have ordered a parcel and it's not arrived, and what do I do? Like I say, there is certain things you can do and it'll get resolved. So your first thing you do is contact the seller and just tell them, look, I've ordered something, blah blah, and I haven't had it. Wait for a response. Normally you'll get a response. At Amazon they've got 48 hours to respond, but normally you will get a response. And in my case they said, oh, we're looking into it. And so what they will probably do 9 times out of 10 is say, well look, okay, it's got lost somewhere, we'll re-deliver. Now at this stage you can't sort of change your mind and say, well look, I don't want it now, I've lost faith and I want a refund. You can only get a refund on the missed first delivery if it was an essential day that you had to have that item on that day. For instance, the obvious one is, say, a wedding cake. You wanted it on the Friday because the wedding's on the Saturday, so you had to have it on that Friday. But if it never arrived, it wasn't delivered, then you can ask for a refund. And a safe delivery or a successful delivery is when that item, and this is what the seller is responsible for, that parcel has to be handed into your possession. That's how they word it in law, which I'll talk about a bit later on. So that's a successful delivery, and that's what the seller is responsible for. If the courier doesn't deliver it, it's the seller's responsibility. And in my case, they got back to me and they said, oh, we got a tracking number. And what on that tracking number, I clicked on it and there was a link, and all it was a photo of a hand holding the parcel, and that was it. So I replied and I said, a photo of someone holding the parcel, that is not proof or evidence of a successful delivery. So it's not been handed into my possession. So it all went quiet then, and I thought, here we go, they're going to start playing silly buggers. And I'll just talk a bit about, say, a courier. Like I say, you entered into a contract. If a courier has got your parcel, arrives at your house, he knocks on your door and you're not in, and he doesn't get an answer, so he thinks, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll leave it with a neighbour, or I'll leave it behind the gate, I'll do that. So he puts it behind your gate, he writes on the card, parcel behind gate, and puts it through your letterbox. He's breached that contract, because you have not given permission for that parcel not to do anything bar hand it to you into your possession. You've not given permission for them to do anything else, but to hand it into your possession. With him leaving it and even putting a note through your door saying, oh, I've left it in the wheelie bin, they've actually breached the contract. And for instance, if you I've given them instructions, which you can do, but you have to be careful because you lose your rights, or you may find it a bit difficult to claim a refund or a redelivery or whatever, what have you. If you have said, oh, it's coming on Friday, or Friday afternoon, or I won't be in Friday afternoon, tell you what, leave it behind the gate. So they come, the courier leaves it behind the gate, he puts a card through, you arrive back, oh, parcel behind gate. If you go there and the parcel's not there, perhaps a passers-by or some of these cold callers have spotted it and stolen it, if you get back onto the seller, which is responsible, and said, well, you know, the parcel is missing, someone's nicked it, the seller will turn around and say, well, that's what you've told us to do, you've instructed us to put it behind the gate, to leave it by the gate, so that contract hasn't been breached. So, as I said, if you haven't given permission for them to do anything other than hand that parcel into your possession, if they just leave it somewhere and put a note through your door, that contract has been breached. And like I say, if you have given them instructions and it gets stolen, it's not a great deal that you can do. So I hope that sort of covers it. And like I say, with the second delivery, the first delivery, if it's essential, like a wedding cake for instance, it had to be on that Friday for the Saturday wedding. If they arrange, you know, if it wasn't essential, then they arrange a second delivery date to re-deliver the item. If it doesn't arrive on the second day, you know, not the second day, the second delivery date, I should say, if it still doesn't arrive, then by law you can claim a refund. You're entitled to a full refund. So yeah, and that's what I left it till, you know, it's sort of the end of business hours yesterday, because like I say, it all went quiet when they said, oh no, it's been successfully delivered. They'll try you, some will try you. And like I say, all I had was a photo of a hand holding a parcel, and I got back to them and I said, that is not proof of a successful delivery. And so I sent them back a message, and I just put, this transaction is a breach under the Consumer Rights Act 2015. Supplying a photo of someone holding a parcel is not proof of delivery. No parcel has been handed over to my possession. That is a successful delivery, which the seller is responsible for. Because the parcel was not delivered on the date of the second chance delivery, which it wasn't, they did give me a second chance delivery date, and it still never turned up. Yeah, so because the parcel was not delivered on the date of the second chance delivery, the Consumer Rights Act entitles me to a full refund. Otherwise, you will be reported to trading standards. So I went onto my Amazon account this morning, clicked on it. Refund. Your refund. Full amount of £45 has been refunded. So that's it. So like I say, if you're in this situation and you've ordered a parcel and you don't get it, first things first is don't panic. You have rights. There is a law, the Consumer Rights Act 2015 is on your side, and that's the things you do, you know, like I've outlined in these 3 videos. And like I say, the next day, full refund. So I hope that helps.